Welcome views, welcome back to Lifestyle where we bring to you the latest trust and reliable information. The dark side of Chrisley knows best. Before I continue, if you are new to my channel line, I encourage you to hit the subscription button and turn on the notification bell so you will always be the first to get the latest information. How nicely do you know Todd and Julie Chrisley? You are likely acquainted with their display Chrisley knows best, and you would possibly have visible something with inside the headlines these days, approximately them dodging taxes or something alongside the one's lines. But all of it is going a lot deeper than that. The fact approximately one of the famous unscripted indicates on TV is a long way crazier than you can in all likelihood imagine, stated Scamfluencers host Sarah Hagi. The massive house, the flamboyant cars, the fashion dressmaker wardrobe, it smiles all a front. Todd's empire is all primarily based totally on lies. Hagi and her co-host Scotchy Cowell format the whole tale of the Chrisleys' misdeeds in components on their podcast. Let's simply say, a person may want to make it right into a TV display and now no longer the amusing type like Chrisley knows best, extra like an HBO drama collection in which nobody may be trusted. Chrisley Knows Best has been on TV for almost a decade, and hundreds of thousands of human beings track in to observe those ultra-rich oddballs who act like their form of saintly. But matters couldn't be extra special behind the curtain, Hagi stated. The actual tale involves an extramarital affair, blackmail, and actually slicing and pasting faux monetary statistics collectively in a huge fraud scheme. Todd and his own circle of relatives aren't in a cleaning soap opera, they're on. The Shady Bunch Part 1 walks listeners through how Todd compelled the vice chairman of his agency Chrisley Asset Management to forge his monetary statements so as to stable loans. This sample of financial institution fraud stretched over a decade earlier than their display began, and in keeping with Hagi, TV producer Annie Kate Pons and her imaginative and prescient for a truth display, approximately the Chrisley-owned circle of relatives got here alongside at simply the proper time. Todd turned into sweating to live afloat, she stated. Annie's concept might be simply what he needs, a risk to challenge fulfillment like by no means earlier than and preserve his own circle of relatives from dropping everything. At least, that's what Todd Chrisley is praying for. On the subsequent installment, The Shady Bunch Part 2, Hagi explains the chaos that erupted behind the curtain with inside the Chrisley-owned circle of relatives after Todd and Julie had been indicted for fraud. Specifically, the scorched earth tactic Todd used in opposition to his oldest children. On a 2019 episode of Dr. Phil, Todd's oldest daughter Lindsay Chrisley Campbell stated her dad invited her to lunch in Chattanooga, Tennessee, in which he requested for her assist in what is probably the worst manner possible. According to Campbell, Todd requested her to mention in a public assertion that she had slept with a Georgia Kingdom respectable and given them faux statistics, approximately the Chrisleys' taxes. If she didn't, Todd claimed he might submit an intercourse tape of her alongside nude pics he had supposedly bought together, along with her 21-year vintage half-brother Chase Chrisley. I love that Dr. Phil is the ethical authority for this own circle of relatives, stated Cowell. This is a nugatory organization of human beings. Todd and Julie ended up beating the Kingdom tax evasion case, introduced via way of means of the state of Georgia, way to thought's numbingly dumb research practices. However, the couple had been nailed on numerous fees of financial institution and federal tax fraud. Todd turned into sentenced to 12 years in jail, and his spouse Julie turned into sentenced to 7. The pair maintained their innocence and said they'll enchantment the conviction. Listen to Part 1 and of The Shady Bunch to pay attention the complete loopy tale. Check out Scamfluencers each week for a brand new have a take and observe the scammers who used their repute to steer their targets, the overall public. Find them at the iHeartRadio app or any place you concentrate to podcasts. If you need to make certain you're being attentive to the podcasts all people else is sorting out, iHeartRadio has you covered. Every Monday, iHeartRadio releases a chart displaying the maximum famous podcasts of the week. Stay updated on what's trending via way of means of sorting out the chart here. There's even a chart simply for radio podcasts proposing all of your favorite iHeartRadio personalities like Bobby Bones, Elvis Duran, Steve Harvey and dozens of others. Please don't forget to subscribe.